Hello guys, it is Jead and the market is cooked right now. The actual gameplay is insane. Some of the content we've got is insane, but the market is cooked. We also have an insane SBC expiring that you might want to get done before it expires literally today, right? So why is the market cooked? And it might be the exact same reason why you've been struggling these past few days, or maybe you haven't been struggling to make coins. Maybe you haven't been, but if you have, it's probably the reason you have. If you want updates like this one, you want to know what's going on with the game, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like while you are down there, and of course, let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. So why is the market dead? But more importantly, what can we do right now, right? Well, the reason it is dead is because what I mentioned right at the start, the content on the game right now is absolutely insane, and that is contributing to the fact the market is actually dead, which you wouldn't really think, right? We'll start with content. The next thing we'll talk about is what is coming on the game we can get excited about that isn't just the R9 in icon swaps. And I might have changed my mind about what I'm actually going to be taking when it comes to icon swaps rewards, right? So what's coming on the game? What leaks have we got? What can we get excited about? And then, of course, at the end, let's talk about the market. Let's talk about the state of the game and why it is the way it is. If you've noticed the game be a bit slow or sluggish when you're trying to trade or you've just been on the market in general, this is what I'm talking about. We can still try and find some investments for easy coins, though, of course, like we always do. But let's start with that content, right? Now, of course, the main bit of content recently is not, hard to understand, right? It's the Evo. It's the Future Stars Academy Evo and it's icon swaps. I don't know about you guys, let me know down below, but what are you actually playing right now? I assume it's either games for your Evo, or mainly, for a lot of you guys, it's going to be icon swaps. I don't have any of the tokens right now. I need to get on that squad battles grind and getting my chip shots done with the Bundesliga players, but I assume that's what most of you are doing. That is the main bit of content. So your Future Stars Academy, don't forget we get a second one of those on Friday as well. So we get a second Future Stars Academy player that's coming Friday. We can talk about that in a different video and how it all works. But of course, the main bit of content that's been out is icon swaps. So again, you've got all the stuff for campaign like the Future Stars. You've got all the stuff in live events. You've got all the stuff in seasonal, all the icon swap stuff. So make sure you are doing that, right? There's nothing really big in objectives that came out very recently, like today or yesterday. The main bit of content that came out very recently is, of course, in SBCs. So apart from icon swaps, as we've just mentioned, we do have some insane things. Now, again, we have a lot of big SBCs expiring, so we'll talk about that. The main bit of content right now, I'd say, is the 88 icon, Encore icon. I did this, and I'll show you who I got in just a second if you weren't live there on the Twitch stream. But essentially, this is really good value. I'm sure you've seen people talk about this. Honestly, 95% of icons and gamble SBCs I tell you to avoid. If I'm going to tell you to do one, doesn't mean you're going to guarantee to get anyone good. I guarantee, guys, comment down below who you got from this. Even though this is a good icon SBC, I'm going to imagine that most of them are still L's. But yeah, it's not too expensive. It's like 250, 300,000 coins. It might be slightly more because it did make fodder rise. But you will have seen on the Twitch stream when we did one live, we of course got the big man up front, Thunderstruck Samuel Eto'o. And if his record looks fucked, that's all the disconnects, right? Have you guys been getting disconnected from champs, from rivals, from any game mode you're playing at the minute? And I'm not just talking about the no-loss glitch. We can move on to the no-loss glitch later on in the video. That's a different topic. There's a no-loss glitch anyone can do right now. I'm talking about the servers. It seems like sometimes when I load into a champs game, if I skip the animation too early, I get kicked out. It goes for a game on your players. So this Eto'o's record looks shocking, like a lot of my players, right? This is the team right now. Trey Yoni's going to be in my first Future Stars Academy Evo. I'm going to do a crazy one in a second. I'm liking the team. Probably need to do Wharton. Probably need to get this Van der Ven Evo as well as Wharton out the team to try and improve that. But I'm liking my team right now. I assume a lot of you guys are. We've had some decent upgrades recently with icon swaps and Future Stars. But anyway, the 88 Encore icon, I would really recommend it. If you've got the fodder, which again, there's not as good of a fodder grind out right now as there was during Team of the Year, but if you've got the fodder, that is there and it is worth a gamble. The other things we got two new player SBCs recently, which are both in the same category of cheap, but not really going to get in many people's teams. We did get Kika Nazareth right at the start in the weekend. She's actually decent, but again, actually not going to get in many people's teams. She's not a bad card. It's just that a lot of people have got Evos at this level and cards that they actually want to use. Maybe they have like a 5-star weak foot as well as 5-star skills or whatever it is. Maybe they've got 2 playstyle pluses. We're getting to the point in the game where a lot of cards have 2 playstyle pluses. The other SBC we got recently was Diamande. Now, he is right-footed from the left-hand side with finesse shot. That is just the meta this year. A winger on one side, they have the opposite foot, they finesse it into the top corner. It's a finesse rat game this year. He has nice playstyles of incisive, but he has no tiki-taka and no low-driven. But at the end of the day, he's really, really cheap. If you look at the 4 squads it takes, 83 and 84 is basically free right now. So you're really paying an 84 again and 85. Like, he's really, really cheap. A lot of you guys should have that low-rated fodder just from doing the daily SBC grind if you are still doing that. So Diamande is fine. Maybe a Gauntlet player, not one for me. And the one we got yesterday was, of course, Etta Young. Now, again, decent playstyles, but not ridiculous. Missing Ticky, missing low driven, but he does have finesse, incisive. And this guy's base card was a random silver. But again, don't know anything about him in real life. I assume he is a future star, hence the promo. He's 4-star, 4-star. Again, he is only 3 squads. He's also really cheap, being 83, 84, 86. If you like doing cheap SBCs to try cards out, go for it. Both of them cards I'm not going to be doing because they don't get in my team. There is something more important with SBCs. That is something that expires today, though. And that is one of the best players in the entire game. So if you want to get this SBC done before it expires at 6 o'clock, you go to the icons and you find a lot of shelling. Now, she expires, again, when you're watching this. It's 21 hours now, but this is going to be 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Basically, there's a reason so many pros use this card. It is because she is a lengthy winger. Pros use her on the left wing. She's right-footed, finesse shot, like we just spoke about the meta. But she's also lengthy, and if you're someone who plays at a decent level in this game, I'm sure you'll know that lengthy wingers and lengthy fullbacks, again, is the meta this year. She has no incisive, no low driven, but because she has rapid, quick step, and has that finesse shot, it doesn't really matter. You just kind of use it the way you expect to use her. She even has enforcer, so you honestly, when she bombs down the line, you can't catch her up. Now, she is quite expensive. She's like a 1 million coin SBC. If you're someone with coins, or you're someone that has a lot of fodder lying around, and you want a left wing for your team, I imagine she'll be meta for the next month or two at least. Again, we're getting 2 playstyle plus cards, but she's great. And we got one more big bit of content that, of course, I have not mentioned. It is everyone's favorite SBC. We get every promo apart from Team of the Year, because again, it'd be too overpowered for Team of the Year, and that is, if we can find it, which we can't. Okay, we eventually found it. The Future Stars Team 1 upgrade. Again, I'm going to be honest, the Future Stars Team 1 is not great. Now, this SBC is really cheap, so you just guaranteed go and do it. 83 with a Team of the Week is huge from EA. It just means that everyone should go and do this. We'll do it right now. We'll open it here. But basically, yeah, it's a free SBC. Most of the Future Stars cards in Team 1 are not worth it. There's a very, few at the top, like Due and Carreras and Estevao and some good ones. So I'm not going to lie. Let me know down below who you got from this. 99% of people are getting L's in this. We'll submit our squad and we'll give it a go. The one I really want is Carreras, to be honest. I need a left back for my team, and I can imagine that Carreras will be OP into Team of the Season. So you give this a go, and it is a lovely bit of content. We've missed this because, of course, we had Team of the Year, and EA are not going to give us a guaranteed Team of the Year pack. But we can open our Future Stars Team 1. Probably not. Oh, we do see a walkout. Is it going to be Carreras or we skip? That is not Carreras. I don't really care. Again, no disrespect. I had no guy this was even in the promo. There's a lot of cards in this Future Stars promo that are a little bit crap. Maybe he'll fit in Evo somewhat soon. Just before we move on to Evolutions, there is 2 things I forgot to mention that do expire. Maybe not tomorrow, but very soon. That is Marcelo, because again, this card's really expensive, so you only have 2 days to do this. Basically, you've got until Friday. I'm personally not a fan of this Marcelo. You can see I've not done him, right? Again, I'm not going to do him. I think he's too expensive. But if you like a Marcelo card and you want that card, you've got 2 days left to do him. And there is one more SBC that I think every single person watching this video should go and do if they have the facilities. I understand not everyone will. And that is a card that also expires on Friday. And that is the Queen of FC right now. Honestly, guys, I've used this card. I'm not the best player on the game. You guys know that. I'm a comfortable Division 2 player, but I'm not the best player. I got 11 wins in FUT Champs. That'll do me. But she is insane. Her finesse shots are amazing. I play her at cam because she has incisive. First touch isn't crazy, but she has tricks there. She's just so nice in game. I've not played with a card this year that has better finesse shots on both feet, so I really recommend you go and use it. You can play a cam or striker. She expires on Friday as well, but she's more expensive. She might need those couple days to complete her. And with that, let's talk about Evolutions, because again, huge part of the game. It feels like we say it every single week, but Evolutions is a huge part of the game. Let me know, who are we using our Future Stars Academy Evo on, and who are we using it on Friday? Because it's the exact same Evo. Unless EA drops something big, and they give us maybe a second set of play styles or something crazy, I assume it's going to be the exact same Evo. So I've done Trey and Yoni on the first one. You guys see him with my team. I need to upgrade that Adam Wharton. I'm thinking about doing Trey and Yoni as a defensive midfielder, and I might do a centre mid who plays a bit more attacking, right? A centre mid who can go box to box. So I'm not really getting on with this Wharton despite his 2 class playstyle pluses. So let me know, who should I do? I might do a centre back as well. Now, not only that, if you guys have watched the recent Evolution video, so I'll link that one at the end if you've not seen it. It shows you how to build the best possible Future Stars Academy player, and it'll be very, relevant for the one that's coming out on Friday, because the one that's coming out on Friday is the exact same. EA released an Evolution today, or I guess yesterday when you're watching this. They released this, right, link up boost. Now, be very careful using this just yet, because I think this is one of the best Evolutions possible to chain with that Future Stars Evo on Friday for one simple reason. Yes, it gives a nice stat boost, which is great, but it gives incisive pass. Now, if the Evo on Friday is the exact same as the one that dropped last Friday, you cannot give the card base incisive. Yes, you can give them incisive plus, but you can't give them base incisive. So what you can do is you can put your lower rated card. They need to be quite low rated when you do this. You can put, like, if you were doing, I don't know which one of these cards fits, right? I'll show my Kembe in here, even though he has, he doesn't fit, but you'll just see it here, right? So it gives him incisive base. Now, what that means is, in the first set of playstyles, I could give him something different. Like, I could give him finesse shot plus if it's a cam. I could give him intercept for a defender. And then I can give him all the base playstyles and the second playstyle plus later on. But it means you get an extra good playstyle, because a lot of those base playstyles in the Evo are pretty crap. I'm sure you guys would have seen. They give you all the crap ones. So I would save that, and I would use that on the card for your Future Stars Evo. It doesn't change rarity type, and it only improves the rating by 2. So unless you're using like an 81, 82, or 83 rated player, that's when it's going to start to get a bit of ropey. But apart from that, you should be fine. Right now, that is the only Evo we've got. We've got some decent Evos out right now. Nothing's really expiring too much, but I did write down a few of them just in case. Power Play does expire right at the top. That expires Wednesday, 6 p.m. content. It's basically a playstyles Evo. It gives low driven, it gives ticky, it gives rapid, it gives finesse. I need to find someone to use this on. This is actually one of the best Evos we've had in a while, and there's 2 of them. I've just not found the card I want to use this on yet, right? It gives basically some of the best playstyles. The way I'd recommend using this is just give it to anyone. Like, it sounds weird, but every single playstyle this gives right here is some of the best ones in the entire game. If you can combine this with an incisive playstyle, maybe you combine power play and link up boost, some of the best playstyles in the entire game. So don't forget to use that. And the other things that are expiring very quickly are just a few of the reward Evos. I don't have any of them here, but if you've got the low-driven Evo or the Game Changer Evo, I'd just go and check. A lot of them do expire Wednesday, 6 p.m. content. Now, why am I on my YouTube channel? That is because one of the other things they released the other day was, of course, that Goalkeeper Evo you guys would have seen that gives Deflector Plus. Now, the reason I want to say this is because it is a great Evo for Gadella. If you guys have seen Gadella going around, he fits really nice in that new Goalkeeper Evo. And I put a poll out, interestingly. Make sure to subscribe, by the way, if you want to see these polls. I kind of put them out all the time, just to, the subscribers of the channel. And a little fun way to see what everyone in the community is doing. So if you subscribe to the channel, I think you see these come up on your page. And essentially, we asked 4,000 people what Goalkeeper are they using. So let me know down below. I was interested in this because I didn't know, basically, if people are using SBCs or Goalkeepers off the market. And Evo Gadella, I'm not sure if everyone here is telling the truth, but Evo Gadella won at 34%. Courtois nearly at second, other coming just above. But considering there's like obviously 70 comments down below about what people are using, Courtois is a very close second as well. Then Buffon coming up as well. So I think these are going to be 3 of the most popular goalkeepers in the game right now, especially when more people get that Buffon card. But Evo Gadella coming out on top. Is that who you guys are using? He does seem a little bit overpowered when I come up against him, but let me know. So that is all the content, but does content get better or worse in the next few days? Well, we get Team of the Week today, and there is only a few cards that are even worth interested in. When we talk about the market later on in the video, when we talk about investments, there are a few cards here that are really, really nice for Evo investments, and it's one of the best things you can do on the market right now. Is just buy cards that fit Evos. Now, these are predicted stats, not the official stats, but I imagine we'll get a nice pace boost like they give here on Casemiro. You've got a Madueke card who has some nice cards with his Winter Wild cards. A Solanke card who, depending on the playstyle, he could have a nice card. A Silas card down there as well. But of course, the main focus is the 2 big boys at the top. And especially as a Liverpool fan, give me that Hugo Ekitike. I think they'll either give him Game Changer or Low Driven. If you've not seen his finish, he did against Newcastle. Well, number 1, he's the best striker in the entire world, right? But number 2, they're going to give him Low Driven or Game Changer. Now, he has some amazing cards for Evos already. Depending on what they do with that card, I might put him into that Attacker Icon Glow Up Evo if he looks amazing with it, right? So that is Team of the Week. We'll talk about investing in some of these more towards the end of the video, because we've actually made quite a lot of coins on one of the last Team of the Week cards when we did based on one of these leak videos in the previous week, right? The next thing we've got is, of course, all the Future Stars leaked, and we're starting to get official stats. Now, these are not official stats, but they are the SBCs for the promo. Do you guys care about any of these? We're going to talk about fodder, right? What does this mean for fodder? Is Doumbia and Dani Olmo going to raise fodder? To be honest, probably not. Fodder is up because of the Icon SBC right now, and it could be quite high. Fodder's probably not a buy. We're going to talk about if we can buy any fodder or any Team of the Weeks towards the end of the video again. But Dani Olmo and Doumbia are coming. A lot of you guys might want Doumbia as a little bit of a nostalgia back in the day. But more importantly, here is Team 2. Now, we do have some of these official stats. None of this is official stats, but we do have some of the cards. What is big to mention here is we have Pele, Billy, and Bale. They are dropping some huge cards. If you guys come up against that Thunderstruck or Billy, or if you guys have even seen pros use her card, she is one of the most sought-after centimeters in the entire game. It does mean that her Thunderstruck card got crashed. So again, if you're holding cards into leaks and they crash, that is why. But we've got Hazard, Carvalho, Scott, Fermin Lopez has an official card. Wait till you see that because it is mental. Wait until you see Carl's card as well. Now, Huijsen as well. What they've done here is EAFC and all your guys, Future Stars Evos, with Carl and Huijsen, and they decided, fuck you guys. We're going to just bring those cards as cards on the market. But to be honest, there'll be about 1 million coins anyway, so you won't be able to pack them. So who really cares? Wesley, a Brazilian right back from the Serie A. If you need a Brazilian right back for links, because a lot of people will need that, he'll be nice as well. And he'll be great to invest in. Brazilian and French right backs and left backs are some of the best cards to invest in the entire game. And apart from that, there's nothing much to mention. If I missed one of your favorite players off here, I do apologize, but there's nothing really much to mention, right? Now, these are official stats. So look at this ability card, pinged and ticky. Now, her other card has incisive plus, so maybe people will still go back to that card, but I imagine this card here will have incisive base. 91 shooting, 90 passing, 91 dribbling. The cards are getting to that point in the game now where they start to look a little bit sillier and sillier every single promo. Pele card, like, you know what? It's a look but don't touch. You guys can, you know, have a look at it if you want, but you're not ever going to get that card. If you play draft, maybe, but guys, you're not getting that card, right? Bale's going to be insane. Rapid and finesse, and he gets right winger. We spoke about left-footed finesses on the right, like right-footed finesses on the left. He's going to be one of the best cards in the entire game, right? I imagine you're going to be able to make that card lengthy as well, and I can't underestimate. Lengthy is one of the huge, huge reasons that makes wingers overpowered on this game. He is going to be insane, but the price, I'm sure, will reflect that. We've got official Paul Scholes here. They don't do the English icons well, do they? Scholes, Lampard, and Gerrard never have nice cards. I'm pretty sure we can move on. Now, this is the Carl card I was talking about. Now, interestingly, he plays as a cam, but he has winger playstyle. So I imagine that right mid position you can often get on his cards, he'll be playing right mid for most people. Because those playstyles, finesse plus is nice for a cam, but rapid's a bit wasted. So will you play him at right wing? Or have you just done an Evo Carl and EA have replaced him? This was the Furman card I was talking about. Look at this card as a cam. He'll be able to play cam, right? Incisive plus and low driven plus with those 90s there. That is going to be one of the best center attacker mids in the entire game. EA really pumping up the power curve with the Future Stars Evo. A lot of the lower rated cards that you've seen in this promo are a little bit crap, but EA are pumping the power curve a lot. And you've also got some official cards here for Eden Hazard with tech and finesse. Huijsen's a bit shit, you know. Huijsen's actually a bit crap. He has long ball anticipate. I'm sure he'll be really expensive because of links and hype. Genuinely, I think there's better centre backs. So you guys have Evo van der Vens or some other stuff. I think there's better centre backs, right? Just before we jump into the market, why it's dead and how to make the most coins possible this week, I thought about doing a little bit of a segment or maybe even standalone videos. I just looked at the EAFC Reddit today, and I know Nick does these videos all the time, and a lot of other people probably do them as well. There's some really good stuff on these Reddit Evos of people talking about stuff, and it feels like a lot of the stuff that goes onto Twitter and goes onto TikTok and other things like that actually start on this Reddit forum here. So if you guys want to see Reddit videos, leave a like down below, or just let me know down below in the comments. Is that something you'd want to see where we talk about the Reddit? It could be about the market, the gameplay, and we just do more chill videos. Maybe it's something that maybe, you know, for a different channel or even just for shorts. But I honestly looked at this before and I thought that is really good to talk about. For example, one of the things you guys will have seen going around today is EA has started handing out 2-week bans for those who abused the Switch user glitch. If you don't know about this glitch, you basically switch user on PlayStation, and I'm not going to explain how to do it too much, but essentially, you do it, you're going to get banned anyway, so I wouldn't go and look it up. This means if you did this glitch innocently, right, you just thought you were doing this glitch, a little bit of a no-loss glitch, you might not be able to get all the icon swaps tokens, and you can't do the Future Stars Academy Evos, which is a massive slap in the face if you did this. Imagine not being able to do icon swaps and Future Stars Academy, two of the biggest bit of content in the entire game cycle, because you did a no-loss glitch. Now, that is huge. If you guys have been disconnecting a lot recently in the middle of your games, I can almost guarantee this will be why. It's only available on PlayStation, but if you're on PC, you've got cross-platform on, and if you're on Xbox, you'll be getting people doing the no-loss glitch. Hopefully, this is a big deterrent now, and people are getting banned for it. Let me know. Have you done the glitch? Are you scared of getting banned? Because that is happening. And again, because I'm not sure if you guys even want to see this, the last thing we'll talk about for the Reddit today is, did you know you can pack Future Stars cards in bronze packs? Bronze pack method might be back, by the way. If you didn't know, League SBCs are back from 20k, what they were in Team of the Year, the premium mixed league SBC I'm talking about. They're back down to 15,000 coins. So bronze packs to get Future Stars, to get Carl, to get that, is it Kershey? He might be a silver, actually, the Southampton guy. A lot of these guys who are like 10k because the Evo and the Future Stars Academy, which will be out for another week. You can pack those guys for their 10k. You can often pack Team of the Weeks, and you can actually pack Future Stars as well. So bronze pack method could be back. Probably not going to do a video on it just yet, because I think bronze pack method is not what people want to talk about. But just so you know, you can get them in there if you're interested. So it is market time, and yeah, it is dead. It is literally dead. Now, of course, I'm still making coins because I'm messing, right? I've not made that many coins. I'm only messing, but you'll see what here I've done, right? This is context for how dead the market is. Listen to this. Dembele, 1609. We bought this for like 1475 or 1490 or something. I think we made like 20, 30k on this card. The same with this Thunderstruck Bale. We made like 20, 30k on both of them cards, which are, you know, for 3 million coins invested is a cold 50 or 60k profit. Fabregas, he's actually gone up since this. He's now 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can talk about some possible Future Star investments at the end. I even sold him at 1185 because in a dead market, I'm looking for quick flips. I think I bought this guy for 1-1. So what's that, like 30k profit? The big winner of the week has been this Agumang for me. And it's something I want to talk about of how you guys can make some free coins and chemistry styles get low. Because the reason I managed to do so well on this Agumang is actually because of the Hunter Chem style. However, it was a really good investment that I can explain why this works, right? Agumang fits a few criteria of why she was so good to invest in at the start of the week. So I bought her Monday night when Weekend League was low. Because you guys can repeat this every single week, right? I bought her for a couple couple of reasons. One is links. There are certain leagues that do well, and the Women's Premier League is one of the few leagues that does really well on this game for investments. Don't really know why. Premier League obviously does well, and everyone knows that. La Liga does well, and everyone knows that. But the Women's Premier League and the Women's MLS always do really well for investments because people buy those cards. And essentially, the second thing with this card is, look how rare this card is, right? There's more than that. There's more than that. You're not seeing all the cards. But even so, look how rare this card is. On a card that's 50,000 coins, you'd normally see this right now where I'm in the 39th or the 43rd minute. It would be in like the 10th or 11th minute. There's literally like such a limited supply. So if you don't think this is rare, by the way, what you need to understand is that 30 pages of Agyemang is just after Weekend League, and it'll be the most cards of her in the entire game, because from now on, she'll get used in SBCs, she'll get used in people's teams, people then log off the game and don't come back on. This card will only get took off the market as she goes out of packs, right? So this is the most cards of Agyemang there'll ever be. If you go and compare this to any of the discard cards, you'll see what I mean with supply. So I bought her at 47 to 52,000 coins, and we are selling them at 66. We'll make about 130 to 150,000 coins on her, but that is it. I've not been calling flips in the free Discord. I've not been calling flips on the Twitch streams too much. There's not really been much to flip. There has been things here and there like the Pogba. The João Pedros we broke even on. Genuinely didn't really do anything. Some Lamens was a nice investment, and we could probably still invest in that Lamens. We'll talk about that at the end. We will be looking to put more stuff in the Discord, right? Also, if you are a trader who's made 3 or 4 or 5 million coins this year, or you know anyone who has made 4 or 5 million coins this year, let me know. I'm looking for some paid traders in the Discord. The Discord's completely free, by the way. You can join it down below. But I'll happily pay some people to trade in that Discord because I want to make it the best experience possible. So hit me up in the Discord DMs if you think you can, or someone you know can be a paid trader in the Discord, because I would love to make the server even better. Because when the server's dead like this and the market's got nothing to call, having more people to call things is really nice, especially with how busy I can get working these 2 jobs, right? But anyway, what we've not really explained is, why is the market so dead? We said there's content. We said, you know, there's so much on the game. Everyone's on the game, right? Everyone's playing the game. So why is the market so dead? The content is the reason it's dead. Number one is, I guarantee you guys could be a case study for this. Are you playing champs and rivals? Or are you doing your evos? Are you playing champs and rivals? Or are you doing icon swaps? So many people don't care about the team right now because they care more about getting an R9, an 86 times 25, or they care more about getting a Trey and Yoni to 90 rated, which means people are just simply not playing champs and rivals. Or if they are, maybe you are playing champs and rivals, you're not going and buying a meta team for it. Which what that means is, so much of the market, it's not even low, by the way. If you've seen, cards aren't dying in price in terms of falling through the floor. What is happening with these cards, like Vinny Jr.'s Ultimate Scream is a great example of it, is there's just barely any cards on the market. Like for all these rare cards, if you look at like one of the ones that's mental to me is Perlo's Time Warp card, right? Nothing crazy about this Perlo Time Warp card. I mean, it's a good card, but you know, it's nothing crazy. But you look at these cards on the market, there's just no supply. And if you don't know, I'm recording this at absolute peak time. Normally overnighting in the morning, there's even less of this cards. This is console as well. On PC, there's probably not any on the market. What that means is things just don't move. Sometimes things have rarity spikes, but stuff's not moving either way. It's just kind of staying still. Now, there is some things we can trade, of course. There's always things we can trade and get you guys coins, but a lot of the market's just dead still, right? So while it's going to be like this for this week and next week, because don't forget, we get icon swaps again, and we get the Future Stars Academy Evo again on Friday. What can you guys be doing? Now, number one is always going to be low risk. When things are risky and the market's dead and things can kind of fall and go either way, trade low risk, right? What's the main thing I traded this week? Agyemang. She's a 50 to 60,000 coin card. Yes, I made a few high-end risky flips. That is because I have ADHD and I get bored if I don't make some high-end risky flips. But at the end of the day, I'm trading low budget. Now, what else can we do? We can do some other low-risk stuff. Low risk is fine. Lazy selling is fine. I'll get onto that. Now, one of the things we did recently, we did call it in the Discord, you know, and it was a whole topic of video, right? When EA were pumping these chemistry-style cards onto the market. But if you bought Hunters for 400 coins when they were getting pumped, they're now 850. So we've doubled our coins there. Yes, Hunters can probably go higher. You don't need to sell them right now. They're probably going to go to 1,000 coins. But just in case EA bring that daily play objective back where you get Hunters and Shadows, I don't mind selling those. Same with Shadows as well. These are 600 coins and EA pumped them. I think they're about 1.3 thousand coins to getting bought for right now. Yeah, 1.3 they sell quite easily. You can probably get 1.4 to 1.5. So if you bought them at 600 or you bought Hunters at 400, they've boomed. And whenever we're talking low risk, chemistry styles are fine. I wouldn't buy them just yet because, again, they've just been pumped up. What's some other low risk stuff we can look at? Would it be a BigJead video if we didn't talk about fodder even just for a second? Now, fodder is up ridiculously. We did say fodder would be nice at the end of Weekend League. I didn't buy it because, to be honest with you, I don't know. I should have bought fodder. I didn't. You know, shoot me. Fodder's up. Fodder's up because why? Because not many people are playing champs and getting like tradable rewards onto the market. What they are doing is an 88 encore icon pick. And what are the best ratings for that? 87s and 88s. And as you can see, 87s are now up to 6,000 coins. And they were very, very recently all the way down at 3,000 coins. So you're doubling your coins on 87s. 88s are up from 7,000 coins, and we called them, I think we called us Irene Paredes live on the Twitch stream for 7,000 coins. Now she's up to 10.5, 11,000 coins. Now what I will say with fodder is, if you do want things to make coins every single day, fodder still follows the same pattern, right? I've never seen it not follow the same pattern. Sometimes in weekend league it's a little bit different, where it is low overnight and in the morning, and if you just get it on bids and snipes in the morning, so let's say you got her at 9.3, nothing crazy, you can now sell it at 11,000 coins on lazies. And again, not crazy profit, but in a market that's so dead, that is profit, right? The next thing is Team of the Weeks. Now, Team of the Weeks right now are up again. Why are they up? Because of the Future Stars guarantee. We call Team of the Weeks at 11k on bids all week. Again, I didn't buy them, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but we called it 11k all week. Even at 12,000 coins, if you bought, you've done really well. Now, everyone thinks, why are Team of the Weeks up so much? There are 2 SBCs that raise Team of the Weeks. There are literally only 2 SBCs that raise Team of the Weeks to this boom price that you like to see. Number 1 is what I call a party bag style SBC. Now, that is any SBC like this one, like we just did on the game, the Future Stars guarantee. That is a low-rated squad with a Team of the Week, right? Because if it's a low-rated squad with a Team of the Week, no one needs to go buy 83s. They've got that in their club. So the one limiting factor is the Team of the Weeks. And the other one is repeatable upgrade SBCs. Hence, the 82 times 20 in Team of the Year that never, ever came. They're the only 2 SBCs that ever raised Team of the Weeks, boom, high sky prices like we seen last year. My honest thoughts, by the way, actually just going back to Team of the Week, my honest thoughts on Team of the Week is they can go a little bit higher. I would not buy at 15, but to be honest, boys, if you want to bid on these at 14 or 14,250, until we get supply of these, probably on Thursday morning with rival rewards, they can go higher again because more and more people will complete their SBC. When I say go higher, I don't see them going much higher than maybe 16 or 17,000 coins, absolute max. But if you can buy them at 14 or 14,250 on bids and then lazy sell them at 17, there's some free coins in that, right? But yeah, if we ever get leaks of a party bag SBC, so a low rated SBC that needs a Team of the Week, or a repeatable fodder grind SBC that's going to be a low rated squad with a Team of the Week, they're the 2 things that make Team of the Week's boom in price. The next time we'll buy these en masse will be weekend league. We're not going to buy them en masse really until at least Friday night, and we'll talk about that in a later market watch video. There is 2 more things though you can do. I would not leave you guys without something to do. Number 1 is a club stock. If you're on a little bit of coins, club stock these discard cards. Like we just said with Agumang, this is one of the rarest promos of all time because no one gives a shit right now to open up packs. Everyone is opening up icon swap packs, untradeable, or just not opening packs in general. So all of these discard cards, while they have a lot of supply on the market, compared to other promos, have barely any. So cards like Cooper, I think she's going to be amazing for Evos and Links. Go and throw one of her in the club at 11k. She might take 2 or 3 weeks to rise to 30k or 25k, like you've seen with some of the cards recently for Evos. But when she does rise, if you've got one in the club, you sell it. I wouldn't mass invest because, again, she could take a while to rise. All of these cards, probably 13,000 coins and below. Go and throw one of them in your club. Even this, is it Lundqvist? Man United card. Yes, it's for the women's team, but it's Man United card. If you can get one at 13,000 coins, throw it in the club. 87 Evos we have right now. She can do really well. The next thing you can do is Evo investments. If everyone's talking about Evos right now, then join in, right? Don't try and buy stuff that's not hyped. What you want to do is go to FUTGG, go to max overall 87, mint overall 87. Put the max price to whatever you're comfortable with. Don't put something too expensive. So maybe we put 25,000, and we go and see what is 25,000 coins sorted by meta rating for 87 rated cards. We have got Higazi, but he has no links, so maybe we skip Higazi. We've got a Goalkeeper, we've got Decore, not really liking the links there. This guy, right? Crazy high on the meta rating. Some lovely playstyles, some amazing links. Go and buy a few of them and whack them on your transfer list. When he goes out of packs, and when we get a few Evos for him, he's almost guaranteed to go up to 15,000, 17,000. If you leave it a few weeks longer, 20,000 coins, right? It always happens. We have 87 Evos right now, so these will be all the hype. And go and pick yourself some of your favorite cards. What did I say about the MLS Women's League? That Cooper card we just showed, that Lundqvist card, it's not a coincidence. These cards are showing up. Clinton's card, what did we say earlier about Agumang with the Women's Barclays Premier League, English League, whatever it's called, right? Women's Super League, that's the one. So, 11,000 coins. She's absolutely fine to go pick up a few at 11,000 coins, absolute max, and throw them on the transfer list and forget about them until she fits Evos. And you can go and do this with any gold card as well, right? If you put quality in here and just put gold, what you'll see is some of the best cards for Evos, like Kvaratskhelia, although I don't like his playstyle, but Saliba and Marquinhos, right? Try and get these cards. These two here are too cheap. Marquinhos is close to fodder price. You can go and buy 10 Marquinhos for 6,000 coins on bids, throw them on your transfer list when he fits an Evo, because it might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, it might take 3 weeks, but you best believe he's going to go to 15,000 coins, so it's up to you how balls in you go to this. De Jong is fodder price, and we have 87 Evos. Look, go and do the cards you fancy, right? De Jong, Saliba, Marquinhos, these cards that are going for 87 evolutions as we're just getting them, just throw them on your transfer list, get them as cheap as possible, and just forget about them. Do that with some club stock, do that with Team of the Weeks, and before you know it, in 3 weeks' time, you've made 200 or 300,000 coins and stuff you just completely forgot about, right? That is the best thing to do when it's a low-risk trading week. My advice for this week, boys, is play the game. Play the game. If the market's dead, play the game. Do your icon swaps. They're going to be a grind. Do your Future Stars Academy Evo, but make sure to let me know who you're doing in the Future Stars Academy Evo. Do you have a better card than my train, Yoni? No, you don't, let's be honest. But let me know who you are doing, right? I appreciate all you boys recently. I've been reading the comments on some of these videos, and you guys leave some really nice comments. So all of you boys who leave comments on these videos, I really, really do appreciate it. If you're looking forward to Future Stars and the rest of the Academy Evos and icon swaps, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll be getting loads of videos out. We try and do daily, but it does get a little bit busy at times. So yeah, appreciate all you boys. But like always, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.